Hi, good morning, everyone. We finally got a sunny day. It is wonderful. We've had 2 snowstorms. Yeah, but they were not substantial, thank goodness. Well, what have I been doing lately? Well, just got a invite to go to Florida, and so I'm packing, and I don't know, but all the women out there know how hard that is, because it seems like whenever I get to a hotel, somebody's forgot something. Well, I'm your girl, because I carry everything a human could possibly need in a 24-hour period. I kid you not. I have saved so many people, and I have learned to condense it down to one suitcase. I know some of you are out there balking and laughing, but it is true. So I have also been doing a lot of legal work. It's tax time. I always get my refund actually in January, if not early February. So I can use that for my vacation. Yeah. So I wanted to thank everyone I met. I met my goal of 18,000 subscribers. It's taken a long time, but because I started 8 years ago, I believe. Yes, and I need to water my plants. Yeah, they're all droopy. I just talked to my daughter the other day, and this is not for the guys, this is for the ladies. She got that thing that sucks the blackheads out of your face, and she was looking pretty rough. Well, she sent me a couple photos last night. I thought she had a facelift. And while we're on that subject, I've never had a facelift, okay? No scars, nothing. I just had good DNA, good genes. My father looked just like Elvis, if not better. But when I saw these pictures of my daughter, I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was her like 10 years ago. Now, the day after she did this, it was a little red, but I saw her today, and oh my God, I need to get that. But I had just done a microdermabrasion with Dimitri James's skin, and then after I do that to slough off all the old skin from the use of Retin A for about 15 years, my skin is glowing, as you see. So for all you naysayers out there, no, I have not had plastic surgery on my face. No. So let me lower this camera maybe. Let's see if I can. Hold on. And I don't normally edit my videos, so let's see. Yeah, I heard this strange noise in the middle of the night, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, like a.m., and it was the snow plow scraping my driveway at my house. So let's talk about, why do men like long fingernails on a woman? I don't have them. I am not high maintenance. I am not. If I can just keep them filed, that to me, that's good enough. But I don't know, what is the big deal with long nails? Yeah, I like to see them on women, but not too long, so maybe y'all could share some light into this. I don't understand it. I mean, I think they're pretty to look at, but when you have to work for a living, and I mean, get your hands into the nitty gritty, I can't see having nails. I used to have them for like 10 years, and it damaged one of my nails where the bed was actually severed, split. So every time this nail would start growing out, it would just split and it would be worthless. But I finally have got it to where it doesn't do that anymore. So shout out to Frank, James, and Ralph, and Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. So what else? Yeah, I tried to get a video of the birds, at the bird feeder, but I thought it would be a lot of a lot of relaxation if I took a video of the dock with the seagulls. I thought that would be good to do one day. So I am going to be in Orlando. My brother's racing one of his horses, who's a proven horse. If you know what that means, it means she's won big time. So the thing about when you win, when you own a horse, you got to pay the jockey, the trainer, the feed bill, and but there's a little bit of money left over. And this horse I'm talking about was bought over Facebook. It's an incredible story. My brother's dream was always to own racehorses, and he's owned a lot of them. He is what I consider a very educated person at the track. He knows the trainers, he knows the jockeys. He can look at a program and tell you yes, yes, no, no. And many, many times he has given me a ticket, and I put it in my lucky side right here. Oh, but while we're on that subject, because I have to wear a name badge at work, I couldn't understand why my debit card wasn't working. It's because that magnet deactivated my debit card, because sometimes when I go next door or whatever to buy something, instead of carrying my wallet, I'll just stuff it right there, because that's what my grandmother did, and it's only in there for a couple minutes, okay? But that little short period of time deactivated. So all you girls out there who stuff things in there and you wear a name badge, don't do it, because I had to order a new debit card. But thank goodness I got to keep the same number, because that is crucial. It's crucial when you have like 70 accounts hooked to that number. So yes, I'm still working on putting a security code on every one of my accounts. Oh my God, I should turn the camera around. Last night, I put bird seed in a cupcake tin. That way, each bird had their own little section, and they are just loving that. They are just loving that. So, I want to get to tell you a little bit about me. My husband of 40 years and I talk frequently. We're cordial because we have grown children and we have to talk together. We don't talk about anything personal, we just talk about our children. And it is a pretty good relationship. And that's all I got to say about that. And some of you have been praying for my daughter and son. My daughter is out of her crisis and she is doing well. She's doing good. And I have found out that you, as a parent, you've got to set an example. And in everything, if you don't want your children to drink, then don't you drink. If you don't want your children to do drugs, don't you do drugs. Well, I've never had a problem with either one. I have heard a lot of women my age do. My heart goes out to them. But the things that I have an addiction to are quite, I guess, odd, or maybe not, but coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. I'm addicted to lotion. I love smooth skin. I mean, I just slather it all over me. What else am I addicted to? Reading. I read probably a novel every night. Really, I do. I just always have loved reading. Now, when I was in school, I didn't like it so much. No, not at all. But a little bit more about me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a Virginia girl. Always have been, always will. And my bucket list, I've pretty much done everything except catch a sailfish and There's one more thing. No, I don't think I want to do zip lining. I was in honors humanities in college, and I really got into Italy and Rome. I find the artwork and the statues there just fascinating. So, for those of you who are wondering, yes, I'm almost 64 years old, and I've had an incredible life, and I was the top graduate at the police academy. I've also been a real estate agent when I lived in Florida. I owned a very successful business for 40 years. And what else? Oh, I owned a dress shop, which I did do a video, and I'm going to look for some pictures of my dress shop. It was just the cutest thing. I had loyal clients. I had updated Missies, if you know what that is, but a lot of the plus size girls wanted me to carry larger clothes, which I did. I carried formals, so every girl in the area came to my shop to buy her homecoming gown, and they were just beautiful gowns. And I had cocktail gowns because I would go to Richmond to, oh gosh, I forgot what it's called, but it was events for the Easter sales, and I would dress to the nines. I would have beauticians come to my hotel room to do my hair. I mean, and I used to give a lot of money to the Easter sales. It's a camp. And in case you haven't done so far this year, if you've got some extra money, give some to St. Jude. I was just watching Danny Thomas on Phil Donahue, and he has been one of the most decorated civilians. I guess maybe John Wayne could be right next there to him, very decorated. But yeah, give to St. Jude's or the McDonald House in New York, because my nephew had neuroblastoma, and my brother and his wife, which has been my best friend most of my life, the McDonald House gave them a place to stay in New York. So yeah, neuroblastoma usually occurs in little boys, and they found it out, I guess, I don't know, early enough, and they actually found a doctor who would operate. And it was very, very, I mean, it shook our family. It just shook our family. We had never had anybody that had cancer. It's the diabetes in my family that, you know, took my sister. So, yeah, so give to the McDonald House in New York. All right, I hope you enjoyed this blog. Adios, amigos.